everybody. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the link below. You're not going to want to miss it. Click now. Okay, so today I got a little something special going on because I'm going to use, can you see it? Annie Sloan. So, you know, I use a different brand of chalk and clay based paint, and I do things that people tell me you can't do that with Annie Sloan. Mostly these are Annie Sloan stockists who've been brainwashed. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying, for some reason, now, and let's be honest, if you're going to create a tribe of people, you want them to be fiercely, rabidly loyal, right? So she's done that, and that's way awesome. But you don't have to be aggressive and angry about it. I mean, no, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. So I got Annie Sloan Emperor Silk, just this really pretty red. And I have nothing against Annie Sloan's products at all. I used to use them legitimately all the time. The only one I would use. I was not a stockist, but everybody started with this one because it was the first one, right? So, but when other brands came out, I was going to stay open-minded, which you should do too. You should stay open-minded. But other stockists are not open-minded. And for some reason, I don't know if it's because Annie's British. It's like we give you 20 IQ points if you're British. So if she says you can't do it, they're not going to try. So I tried. But what I'm going to do today is, I get asked all the time, what kind of finishes can you use on chalk paint? So I'm going to just try a bunch of finishes. Now, I know what I use on mine. I use Varathane. I use Bungalow 47's Clear Coat, but I will also use Varathane. And I've used it in different sheens. I've used glossy, I've used matte, and every semi-gloss, everything in between. So ultra matte, they have ultra matte. Matte and ultra matte. Matte is pretty bad. I don't know what ultra matte is, but whatever. So, but I painted a board with Annie Sloan's Emperor Silk because I want to do this with Annie Sloan's on purpose so that I don't hear this. Yeah, that's fine. You can do that with Bungalow 47, but you can't do that with Annie Sloan. We could only use wax. That's not true. It's not true, and I'm going to prove it, and we're going to do it on here. So as you can see, I didn't paint it like perfectly. This is 2 coats of this, by the way. It did not cover very well at all. It was a white trim piece that I had left over. I mean, it's a super pretty color, but I'm really surprised that it left. I mean, it was really streaky. This is 2 really good coats, and it's still really streaky. But anywho, I'm not happy with the red. I hadn't painted the red before, so it is what it is. You definitely need 3 or 4 coats in the red. It's pretty though. It's really, really pretty. Emperor Silk. Got a piece of dirt on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off sections. I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to write what I'm using on it. And we're going to try a bunch of different products. So one of them I forgot to bring up. And of course it's the first one I want to use. It's Rust-Oleum 2X Spray Clear. The Crystal Clear Spray from Rust-Oleum. I've used it. We're going to do it right on the end because I have to spray it and I have to go outside to do it. But I'm going to mark off the end and we're going to do Rust-Oleum Clear. And then the last one we're going to do, which I don't think is going to work out, but we're going to try a bunch of different stuff. And I have an Automotive Clear, which is an oil-based Automotive Clear. I've got, well, my husband, by the way, loves the Automotive Clear. He is also an artist. And he claims that they're the only non-yellowing. This is not true. Varathane has a water-based non-yellowing product, and I like the water-based because they don't have the odors. And since I paint, obviously, in my house, I don't like heavy smells, but we're gonna try an Automotive Clear. I'm gonna show you Verdick. You can see what that looks like on Annie Sloan. And this one, I don't believe is gonna work out. We're gonna try it anyway, because I wanna see. I like tongue oil. You either like tongue oil or you hate tongue oil. Now I use this primarily on raw wood because I like the finish that it gives. It is, what is this? High quality varnish made from a balance of tongue oil and other fine penetrating oils. It's considered a drying oil. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's definitely an oil consistency. It's highly flammable. And you know what else I got? In addition to all the other coats I'm gonna put on it, I've got some Annie Sloan wax. So we're gonna put that on there too, but I also have some waxes that are not Annie Sloan, and you can use those too, and I'm gonna prove it. Right here, we're gonna prove that you can use all these finishes on Annie Sloan. On Annie Sloan. This is not a reproduction. This is one of hers. It's very expensive. What was this? Like 40 bucks? I'm gonna have to find something to paint red. Because I hope that it's gonna start drying. I gotta find something to paint red. But yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna tape this off. I'm gonna go get all my pieces and parts and clears and all that stuff, and let's get started. Okay, so don't let this drive you crazy that they're not even, but I kind of just sectioned off the board a little bit, and then you can't see because I wrote on it with my marker, but this one says 2X with an arrow here, and then Annie Wax here. And then I've named each one and an arrow pointing to which side they're on so that I'll be able to tell you guys what product is what when it all dries, when it's all said and done. But I'm not done writing yet, but I wanted to tell you what I was doing. So this is what I meant by taping it off, and you can kind of see right there, my marker right there with the arrow pointing this way. But I'm gonna just section off with painter's tape and just, oh, and I found a spray poly for the other side, so I'm gonna spray one side, and this is lacquer. Is this high gloss? Probably. I like gloss. I like glass. So I'm gonna spray the other side with the clear poly over here, and then the Rust-Oleum 2X Ultra Cover Gloss. This says it's non-yellowing. I gotta be honest with you, I think it yellows a little bit. We'll see what it does to the Annie Sloan. And then I've got my Annie Sloan Clear Soft Wax. This was 16 bucks, y'all. 16. I'm not lying. See if it'll focus. Let's see. $16 for this teeny, tiny. If you gotta re-wax a lot, oh my gosh. I've got Americana Decor Dark Wax. This will work. I've used it on Annie. I've used it, and they also have a clear wax, but I'm out of the clear wax. But I'll show you. This will darken the red, but it'll still work as a protectant. This is only $8.99. You can get it at Hobby Lobby and use a 40% off coupon, and they have a clear. Just saying, $8.99, 40% off. $16, never on sale. Just what? Never on sale. So that's that, and I'm gonna get off my high horse. I'm also going to use Mod Podge. I always say it wrong. Mod Podge to do, because you can clear coat with Mod Podge. I don't know if you know that. So this is Gloss Luster. And so they also have a matte, but I'm gonna use gloss. My matte poly from Verdick. I'm gonna use that, and because this is gloss, I'm not gonna use the Verdick gloss. I'm gonna use the matte. I will try. My husband's bringing me Automotive Clear, so we're gonna be using that, but he hasn't brought it up yet. And then I think I have some of my Bungalow 47 That's primer over there. Bungalow 47 clear coat and matte, and I will be using that as well. So you can see that on Annie, it's Annie Sloan, y'all. We can still use all these products, and the only one that I think is a wild card is this one, because it's an oil and it's made for wood and it's penetrating oil, and I think it might reactivate the paint. So I think this one's going to be a fail, but I want to try it anyway. And I don't know about the Automotive Clear. Simply because this is a water-based product and Automotive Clear is definitely an oil-based product. I think it'll be okay because this is dry. I don't know. I don't think it's going to reactivate the paint, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I know the sprays are going to work just fine. I shouldn't say that. They make yellow. That's my only beef with these two sprays, is they might yellow. This one says crystal clear. I wouldn't use it on a white. Gloss clear, non-yellowing. I used it on a white. It was definitely had a yellow tint to it. But this one will, because this poly is probably oil-based, is probably going to be a real yellow. So I don't know what that'll do to the red, but I'll show you guys. This is the red before. We'll do all the clear coats and we'll show you after what happens to the red. So let me finish writing on these and then we'll get started. I'm gonna go outside and spray the first one. I went and got a Sharpie. Now you can see poly. Let's go spray. Okay, so did the two spray ones. And those are the only two I'm not gonna show you actually doing them. I'll flip the camera around for all the other ones, but here is the 2X Rust-Oleum. Smells like nail polish. And then that is the poly. It's so pretty, y'all. So far, no yellowing. This one did actually, you can kind of tell, change the color. This one's deeper. This one's brighter yellow. I'm going to show you close-ups of all of them afterwards, but let's get all the rest of them on. I'm going to flip the camera around here, and don't give me any grief about the dirty work surface. It's got paint all over it. You know what I? Because I paint here. That's what this is for. So it's just going to have, it's got paint on it. Some people that will drive them crazy. I do not care. So let's just do this. Okay, so now I got you flipped around. So here is the 2X over here. Over here. And right here, I'm going to do the Annie Sloan Wax. So let's see. I got it covered. All right, so I've got Annie Sloan's Clear Soft Wax. Let's get this puppy open. The one thing I can say to Annie Sloan is please consider screw tops. So there we go. Got a bunch of goopy wax on here. And I don't have her brush, but I have a brush. And we were all told this is the only way to apply it. This is the only product that'll work. You have to re-wax this about every 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that's totally what I want to do. Woo! Sorry, hit the camera. So there we go. By the way, this stuff stinks. And I mean stinks. It's nasty smelling. So the paint's really great because it doesn't stink. But the clear wax stinks to high heaven. I gotta get something to buff it off with, so. Do you leave it sit? I can't remember. Keep out of reach of children. Do not breathe the vapors. Avoid contact with your skin. See, I mean, her paints are nice and wonderful, but look at this. Flammable, drowsy, dizziness. This isn't you. This isn't good. So soft wax or a brush. For distressed finish, rub gently with a fine sandpaper after applying the clear soft wax, then wax again for a more pronounced age look, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's let that sit for a minute and we'll buff it off. Let's get the dark wax from Americana Decor, $8.99 from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna shake it up. I got a different brush. I just do that to make sure it opens for me, which it didn't. Oh, it did. Dark wax. I'm gonna put that right next to Annie's with this different brush. So this will definitely be a darker finish, clearly. But Americana Decor does have a clear wax as well, which I've used on Annie successfully in the past. So you can see it's darkening this finish, but it's not taking it off any more than Annie's own wax took it off. And again, this would be a less permanent solution. The dark wax or the light wax from Americana Decor would have to be re-waxed after about, gosh, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And don't forget, if you set a hot cup down on your surface, forget it. You're gonna have to redo the whole piece. But, you know, I love all the people that are like, use a coaster. You know what? I live here. It's not a showroom. I got a 9-year-old. She puts cups down. Teach her not to. You know what? We live in this house. Okay, so now Mod Podge. Oh, did I even? Yeah. So that was Americana Dark, and then Mod Podge. I'm doing right. Oh my goodness, I kind of lost track of what I was doing. Got a different brush. Got some Mod Podge. So this is the Mod Podge. No camera tricks here, folks. Just plain old Mod Podge. Probably won't be the prettiest because I'm not using a great brush, but it'll dry clear and it'll be, you'll understand. You can do it pretty if you use Mod Podge for yours. So let's get the cap back on my Mod Podge. And then what do I have? Can't read it. What's that say? Varathane. All right. Got my polyurethane Varathane matte finish fingerprint resist. This is what I use the most. The blue can. And I can show you that I ain't lying. It's almost empty. Okay, let's get a brush. It's allergy season. Anybody else sniffling? We're all sniffling. Y'all, I have been sniffling for the past month. So this is Varathane. On Annie Sloan, ladies. All those stockists that have yelled at me and said you can't do that. Oh, look it. I am doing it. It ain't hurting a thing. What kind of finish can I use on my chalk paint? Trust me, I've tried a bunch. I'm trying a bunch for you guys. Ta-da! There's the Varathane. And this will dry matte. Not ultra matte. I get chuckles when I think of ultra matte. Matte. All right, I can't speak. And I am debating on the tongue oil, how I'm going to apply it, because I've always done it with a cloth, and I think it's going to pull the paint off if I buff it. So I'm going to get a brush. Let me clean a brush. Hang on one second. Okay, so I found this. It's just a little brush, and it's a stiff one. I don't like painting with stiff brushes, so I'm going to use that for the tongue oil. And I'm going to just open the cap, and believe me when I tell you to do this in a well-ventilated... I'm getting high, y'all. Between the nail polish smell. Oh, come on. Open pry. Oh, dang it. I broke it. Okay, so anywho. It's okay. We'll just use it for this. Let's get our tongue oil on there. Oh, well, you know what? It is penetrating and it's not pulling it up. Ooh, 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 I found a new clear coat. Pretty. I'll be interested to see how this actually wears, because I do, like I said, you either love tongue oil or you don't, and I like the way it's dry with the gloss look, so I'll be interested to see how that works. But so far so good. It actually didn't pull any paint off. It is soaking into this paint over here. Where's my hand? Okay, hang on. Totally out of frame the whole time. This is the tongue oil. It is soaking into the paint as I was painting it on, and it has not come off on the brush at all, which is really weird because like Annie's wax and the dark wax, it definitely did come off on the brush. The tongue oil, it's not, and it's actually soaked right into that paint. So I'll be interested to see how that dries. And I don't care what they say about 12-hour drying time. Yeah, no, that's not been my experience. So let me get this cap back on this jar, and then I'm gonna get the Automotive Clear from my husband and we'll give those a go. Okay, so this is what my husband says is the Automotive Clear that he uses. Fast drying polyurethane, which is exactly what I used as a spray, but let's try it as a brush on. Sorry, I hit the camera again. Come on. It is getting fumey in here, guys. Okay, so that's over here. Gotta get that written down. Okay, so that's the Automotive Clear. Get that written down. Let's get that lid on. Let's see. Sorry about the arm. Auto Clear. And then I'm going to put the Bungalow 47 here. So I'm going to get my matte clear, which should be the same as the Varathane, but because people don't believe me that you can use it on Annie, I'm gonna show you. But just because my husband came in with steaks and beer and I ain't turned that down. So now I'm stuffed, I'm fed, but I ran out of my clear coat. So my Bungalow 47 I am completely out of, but I found this. And since everybody thinks chalk paint is chalkboard paint, let's see if we can make Annie Sloan into a chalkboard. Let's give this a try. I'm just gonna open this up. I shook it up really good. This is clear chalkboard paint. Now chalkboard paint is not chalk paint. Chalk paint is chalk paint. Chalkboard paint is something you can paint on, but I'm just gonna, or not paint on, use chalk on. Chalk paint is made from chalk. Theoretically, chalk and clay based paints. Let's put the chalkboard paint on Annie. Give me any color chalkboard you want now. Ooh, it's working. Yeah, it's not even removing any of the color, so there's chalkboard paint. And then I'm going to take all of these outside to dry because I am literally getting high in here right now. So we're going to write chalk BD, chalkboard paint. All right, So some of these, since I went to have dinner, have started to dry. This is the matte. What is this? Oh, the Varathane. I should have known. So the Varathane is dry. I could go ahead and put a second coat on. The tung oil is sticky, but I like the way it's soaking in. Looks real nice. It looks like it's kind of dribbled over onto here though, my Automotive Clear. Also sticky. What's this one? This is, see, that's why I wrote them down. Podge. So this is Podge. It's dry. Also clear and shiny. Pretty. Dark Wax is dry. Could buff that off if you want to, but that's perfectly fine. Annie's Wax is theoretically dry, but this is much smoother. This is very sticky. Yeah, and it's coming off. Ew, maybe not dry yet. And then this is the 2X. Is not sticky, and the poly on the other end is not sticky. So I'm going to take this outside. We're going to let it dry till tomorrow, and then I will show you how they all turned out. Okay, here we are on day 2. Everything is dry, and this is the 2X spray. So you can see, didn't really darken it or yellow it. And Annie's, this is Annie's right here. Ugh. And it did kind of mute it a little bit. I didn't buff this off, but I'm sure you assume that her product works on her product. Here's the Dark Wax. If you put this on smoothly, you're going to get a nice finish. You don't have to buff off. It actually has a better texture to me than this. This has got that soft, waxy feel. This just feels like a clear coat. I like their clear. This is Mod Podge. And like I said, that was the glossy Mod Podge. Worked just fine. Not going anywhere. Varathane. Not glossy, it's matte, but you can see it's protected it just fine. This was the one I'm surprised at, tung oil. It's no longer sticky. And look at it, it worked. So yeah, you can even use tung oil. And this is the Automotive Clear. Oh no, this was the, what was this? This is the Automotive Clear. This is the Automotive Clear. This is the chalkboard paint. So this is now chalkboard ready. You could actually write on that. You can make any color chalkboard you want. And this is the poly spray. So pretty much any sort of top coat you want is gonna work even on Annie Sloan. So any chalk paint you want to use. I love the tung oil. I love it. Look at it, looks, I love it anyway, but look how it looks wet. Constant, it's dry. It's not coming off on my finger. It's not sticky, but it looks wet. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to use that. I'm gonna have to use tung oil on my paint, on my chalk paint. So yeah, that's everything. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I always like to hear from you guys in the comments, so like, comment, and subscribe down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy Junkin', happy clear coating. Bye. Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more Junkin videos.